Hi, hello, and welcome to Scott Bryant on YouTube. Please subscribe. Thank you for coming to my YouTube channel and watching this video about fasting. And I'm going to talk through lots of books and my own experience of fasting. So I started fasting off and on in August, and I was 15 stone. I'm now down to, wait for it, 13 stone. So my goal was to get down to 13 and a half, but I dropped right down to 12 and a half, but I didn't like being 12 and a half. So I pushed up my calories a bit in which to get more energy and to feel much better. I didn't feel good at 12 and a half. So being 13 and a half stone now, I'm feeling really good. My mind is much clearer. I do feel stronger in myself spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. It's been a hard. Sorry, something's just come in on my phone. It's been a hard couple of months because I've been trying to rectify a bug and a parasite, but the fasting has really helped with that. And obviously, I've had really good weight loss, and I've not been exercising hard at all. I've just been doing parasympathetic exercises like Tai Chi, breathing, a bit of yoga, and a bit of stretching, and I've been doing that every couple of days because I love exercise, and I've been exercising now for 26 years, and I've been a trainer for 17 years. So I was a bit on the fence about fasting, but after learning and reading up about it, I realised the massive benefits to fasting, and it should be done at least, once a week or once a month, or you can do a prolonged term of fasting where you can do 14 days or something like that. And the books that I'm going to recommend first is The Complete Guide to Fasting there, which is by Jason Fong and Jimmy Moore. And in the book, he explains about one big thing for personal trainers and guys that want to maintain their muscle mass and think they're going to lose their muscle mass. He shows the science in there that you don't lose any muscle mass at all. I've now got the most ripped six-pack I've had ever, or since I was like 21, because I had a brilliant six-pack when I was 21. So I found with the fasting that I used the yogic tea, which Paul Chek recommended to me. I've not had a coffee for probably 28 weeks now. And I'm not even craving coffee anymore, which is great. But I was a bit of a coffee holic, especially the bulletproof coffee, which Paul Chek taught me in 2000, and I think it's about 2005 or 2004, where he's putting coconut oil, butter into really good coffee with a really thick, heavy cream. And the recommendation of that, and it's recommended in this book as well, is that you shouldn't drink that after like 12 o'clock or 3 o'clock, because if you do, it may affect your sleep and awake cycle, your circadian rhythms. So a great tip for you. He recommends green teas in the book. I have green tea because it can help with prostate cancers and different cancers in the body. And obviously green tea is really high in caffeine. So if you want to get a bit of an energy kick in the morning, it can help. But it has lots of antioxidant properties. So it can help get rid of all that toxic load from, like, I work in London, or if you're a stressy person or you've got lots of toxins inside the body, the green tea can help pull that out. The same with doing the fast. That can help pull toxins out of the body and help cleanse you, because you're not putting food inside the body where the body's having to create energy and heat in which to burn it. So I highly recommend this book. It's got lots of science. So if you're a left brainer, which means you're in this side of your head, and you need to have science to back everything up, then I highly recommend this book. But if you want a book that is not left brain dominant and is about the spiritual connection of fasting, this is a good book. The Transformation Power of Fasting, The Way of Spiritual and Psychological and Emotional and Psychic Rejuvenation. So that is a great book as well. I'll put a link at the bottom so you can get them on Amazon if you'd like to read them. with this book, he was talking about juice fasting as well. And he was talking how if you're meditating and doing stuff like that, it can really help you connect to your deeper soul and your deeper self. So I really like that book because I'm writing a book myself at the moment. It come out in June or July. And this book is going to be covering fasting, corrective exercise, diet, stress, past lives, future lives, soul retrieval, so a bit of shamanistic stuff in there as well. So I'm going to spin it around. I don't want to give you all the secrets of what's going to be in there, but this is the book that I'm working on now. The next book, which was not scientific, but it was the first book I bought on fasting, which is The Fasting Diet, The Practical Way, a 5-day program to increase energy, greater stamina, and clearer mind. We all need a clearer mind. So that was a good book. I bought that at Watkins a while ago. And that was really, really interesting. So that was the first book that I read. Started to, dabble in fasting. But now it's part of my regime of once a week I'm going to fast. I'm going to try and do a water fast for 3 days. So that's no food for 3 days, just water. There's one thing I will say is that because this other book is full of science, it tells you categorically and shows you the science in there that you do not lose muscle mass. So don't worry about losing muscle mass if you're fasting. Your body will use your fat as energy. And that's why I've got a really good six-pack now, because I had a bit of body fat around my hips because I'm a protein type. That's where my body stores it, and over my belly a little bit, and it's gone right down. So I'm very, very happy with the results that I've had. The other book that you can read is by Alberto Villoldo. He's a shaman in Peru, and it's called Power Up Your Brain. So how to build a new brain by using fasting, by using supplementation, by using essential oils, by using meditation, by changing the way that you think. There's many elements in this book, and I love this book. I've read it twice, and I've got the audio because I really enjoyed it that much. And it's nice to sit down and listen to that without watching the telly, so I can get into my circadian rhythms ready for bed. So the health benefits of doing a fast are it will increase your growth hormone. So that's proven in the book that I showed you, the doctor's book. So that's proven in studies. So if you need to gain more muscle mass or you want to get stronger, the only way that happens is by increasing your growth hormone. And this happens when you're young. Growth hormone is very, very high, but as you age from, say, 25 onwards, it starts to deplete. So it's a really good practice to use fasting in which to increase your growth hormone. So when you're doing your heavy deadlifting, your heavy benching, or whatever program that you're doing in which to gain muscle mass, it can be a really good thing to do. Fasting is really good for women to lose body fat as well. But obviously, if they're on a menstrual cycle, I wouldn't say do it then. If they're premenopausal, then you've got to be careful of that, but it can help with that. If you've got a fungus or parasite or a candida issue, it could help with that. The other thing that they said that it really rebuilds the brain. So by fasting will power up your brain. And I don't know if you've ever gone, beyond hunger and you have the second wind and you're full of energy and you feel really, really good. There's a DVD out there which I lent to a friend, and I think it's really, really good. And it's all about fat, sick, and nearly dead. And this is about juice fasting. So another DVD that you can watch with really great information in which to help yourself, help your clients, or if you're out there and you're watching this video and you just want to know more, but you don't want to read a book, then you can watch that. Or you can go to the Chek Institute and listen to Paul's How to Eat, Move and Be Healthy on audio or DVD, and then that's got some great information as well. So Fasting the Diet, Power Up Your Brain by Alberto Villoldo, Transform Your Power of Fasting with Fasting, and The Complete Guide to Fasting. So the other thing is that if you've got a disease like you've got type 1, type